Hello, I am a career coach avatar with the Wake Forest University School of Business. We want to make sure you are ready to interview and have put together a 5-step strategy and comprehensive checklist to use before you start that process. The more you prepare, the more confident you will come across. You will find a link to the extensive checklist at the end of this presentation. More helpful tips can be found on our Ready7 website by scanning this QR code. Let's jump in. Step 1. Do your research. Your ability to showcase the amount of preparation you did for the interview will allow the interviewers to clearly see how interested you are in the role and the firm. It will also boost your confidence. Go beyond their website. Google them. What's in the news? Visit the firm's social pages, especially on LinkedIn. It's very appropriate to visit the LinkedIn pages of the people you are interviewing with and invite them to connect with you before the interview. Other helpful resources are Instagram, Twitter, and Glassdoor. Glassdoor has extremely helpful interview history and is full of company reviews. Do informational interviews with people who work there. You never know if they have influence in the organization and may be able to recommend you. Through this research, you are looking for ways the firm fits your own personal values and mission. Step 2. Crafting your story is the longest part of the interview preparation process. You really want to take the time to connect the dots on how your background and skills match the needs of the organization. Lean into the job description and use as many of the words straight from the description in your behavioral answers or stories. Remember to keep all of your answers focused on what's in it for the firm or team and not what's in it for you. Next, put together at least 5-star stories. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. This method will ensure your answers are detailed but not too long-winded. You want to always use specific examples to avoid answering in broad terms. Any well-thought-out story can be used for many different behavioral questions. Some common questions sound like, give me an example of a time when you worked on a team, dealt with conflict, led a large-scale project, had to learn something new on your own, or use your problem-solving skills. For the data geeks, try and use data-driven projects and technology when you can. Pro tip, try and use examples from different aspects of your life. You don't want all of your answers to be about one topic, such as a club, class project, or internship. Your story should be at least 90 seconds and closer to 2 minutes. Your ability to ask impactful questions will do 2 things during your interview. First, it will prove that you have done extensive research and are well prepared. Find something in your research that aligns you with the firm's values. Asking something like, during the research I did to prepare for this interview, I came across an article about the firm's commitment to employee well-being and mental health. How has this strategy played out for you? Avoid asking questions that would be impossible for a frontline employee to answer just to sound prepared. The second reason you want to ask good questions is to turn the tables and interview the firm to make sure this is a good fit for you. Remember, the interview is a conversation to determine if this is a good fit for all parties involved. Is the culture right for your own personal values? Get the interviewers to talk about their experience working at the organization. A great example would be, can you tell me about a recent project you were involved with where you learned something new, like advanced software technology? Make sure you always ask questions. It's never a good idea to say, no, I don't have any questions. It is smart to always have a handful of questions from memory that you are able to pull from. Step 4. Close strong. Use this opportunity to close the conversation in an impactful way. A simple sentence or 2 that allows you to express your genuine interest. A way to ask for the job without actually asking for the job. Thank the interviewer for their time. Cite a key takeaway from the conversation. And express sincere interest in the role. Next, connect 3 examples of how you are a perfect match for the qualifications, and then wrap it all up with asking them for the next steps in the process. An example of a strong closing would sound like this. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I thoroughly enjoyed our conversation, especially the part about well-being initiatives in your office. I am sure my analytical skills, ability to collaborate at a high level, and critical thinking skills will add value to your team. I am excited to hear back from you, and I'm curious about the next steps in the interview process. That same day, be sure to send email thank you notes to everyone you interviewed with. To go the extra mile, handwrite a thank you note and get it in the U.S. mail within 48 hours of the interview. Step 5, and one of the most critical steps, is to practice. Improvising on spot without practice is never a good strategy. You can practice with your friends or mentors. Use your phone and record yourself answering questions and telling stories. Use the interview prep app, which is provided to you free of charge from Wake Forest. Once you have done the research and this preparation, schedule a mock interview with your career coach. The career team is equipped to help you improve your stories, which will allow you to showcase the value you will bring to the organization. Mock interviews can be accessed via Handshake. In this section, we focused on the fundamentals of behavioral interviewing. We hope this will allow you to feel confident and prepared throughout the interview process. Once you have done all your preparation, remember to relax. Treat your interview like a conversation. You are telling the story of you, and you know yourself best. In addition to the resources linked throughout this video, you can access this QR code for more information and resources on the MRE Google site. I will leave you here with a final pro tip. Take care of your wellness in order to have a positive mindset going into the interview. Do what works for you. Talk with people who boost your confidence, exercise, or spend time outside. Lastly, don't forget to get good sleep.